Hey, if you're new here, I'm Amy. I'm an artist and an illustrator from the UK. I love to design products that capture relatable feelings and notions from modern day living, encapsulated in a cute, whimsical and colourful style. I also create comic strips about the hilarious and wholesome everyday interactions I have with my partner Rain, which I share on Instagram. On this channel, I create artist vlogs, sharing behind the scenes on projects I'm working on, as well as everyday shenanigans. Welcome to my... Well, it's not actually an artist vlog. This video is going to be different from my other videos because I'm pretty pooped. I'm burnt out. I am also witnessing other creatives who are going through burnout as well. So let this video be a message to you that you're not alone, and hopefully there are some takeaways. I have a lot to say on the matter, so I actually have written up a script because the thoughts are all a mess and a jumble in here. So sorry if I start to sound monotone from reading out loud. So, it's story time. Get yourself a bevy and get comfortable while I have a good natter. At the start of the month, I was struggling with the kind of burnout that makes you question, what am I doing with my life? I'm making no money with my art. I have no work-life balance. No one is commissioning me, so clearly I suck. And with the rise of generative AI and how it's replacing creative workers, which is making the industry even more competitive, and how difficult it is to reach your audience online because of stupid algorithms, I wondered if I still had a future in this industry. With all these thoughts swirling around my head, I reached a point where I considered throwing in the towel. Literally, no more art. Time to take my life in a different direction. So that's when Rain told me to take the day off. Take the day off? There's so much that needs to be done. I'm trying to run a business single-handedly. You're the illustrator, the designer, the cartoonist, the cameraman, the editor, the social media manager, marketing manager, accountant, researcher, quality assurance, customer service, seller at cons and festivals. You're making 100 micro decisions every day, including what kind of pink do I want for this t-shirt? Soft pink, light pink, cotton candy pink, neon pink, salmon? Ew, no. Okay, I took the day off. I didn't do anything extravagant with my day off. I started the day playing a Switch game called Ritual of Raven. It's a cozy farm simulator where you're an apprentice witch with a cheeky raven familiar, and you're helping this village and some problems with portals. I've only just started playing, so check it out if you're curious. I also baked cinnamon rolls for Rain, painted on a paint-by-numbers portrait of us. I went for a walk. I did my Japanese homework in a park and finished the day playing more of Ritual of Raven. I didn't have any grand conclusions or amazing epiphanies about my career, but it did allow me to refill my cup, just a little bit. Since then, I've been doing more reflecting, and I'm gaining a clearer idea of what I need to improve and work on. Firstly, I've got to schedule rest days. Yes, I've got a lot to do, but I will always have a lot to do. I'm trying to run a business single-handedly here. Having a constant to-do list is just something I just need to accept. The key is I have to figure out a schedule that is sustainable, where I can make progress in my career and live a life. That also means limiting doom scrolling on Instagram, putting in more effort into my social life, and making time for hobbies and taking myself out for artist dates. I've got to keep replenishing my cup. I can't keep giving and giving, otherwise I'll get overwhelmed and burn out again. Secondly, I've got to celebrate the wins, even the small ones. I'm the kind of person who will achieve something and will go, okay, done. What's next? By not taking the time to celebrate what I have achieved, I'm only putting value on the rate of what I can produce. It's that capitalist mindset, baby. My productivity is not based on my self-worth. Yet here I am, constantly craving that busyness, then complaining I have too much to do, I get overwhelmed, and burnt out again. So, small things like updating my website, updating my CV, emailing inquiries about work, doing my tax return, applying for artist alley tables. Y'all, I achieved my goal for getting accepted to table at 4 events this year. I've already done Hyper Japan, and I've got MCM Comic Con London, the big one. I've got MegaCon in Farnborough, Thought Bubble in Harrogate, Brighton's Illustration Fair. I'm also waiting to hear back from MCM Birmingham, so potentially 6 events. Did I celebrate these wins? Nope. There's a lot of unpaid tasks I do to run this business, so I need to reward myself, whether it be taking a 20 to 30 minute break to enjoy a game or treating myself to a nice coffee at a cafe. This in turn will help keep me motivated, make me happier, more fulfilled. It also allows me to take stock of the highlights in my career, because clearly right now I'm too much focused on what I'm not doing and what I'm doing wrong. Thirdly, probably most importantly, I've got to learn how to sell. I've got to upgrade and learn online business skills. It feels really icky, but it clearly has to be done. I can't keep shooting in the dark and hoping for the best. I need to be better informed and strategize. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos by Kelsey Rodriguez. And if you don't know who she is, she creates videos about creative entrepreneurship, helping artists with finances and their business. I've been picking up a lot of great tips from her. I'd recommend you check her out if you're struggling too. From watching her videos, I have come to realize I really struggle with selling. I will probably share something online once or twice, putting out some good vibes and hoping for the best, and then beat myself up when it doesn't make an impact and I make no sales. And then I end up blaming myself for not being good enough. Obviously, attaching my self-worth to how well my art sells is a dangerous slope to be on. But it's clear to me that I do not put enough effort into selling, and I don't know how to sell to the right people. I have built a following on my Instagram from my comics, so I believe most of my audience are either artists and or people who read my comics, so not potential buyers. I need to figure out how I can reach the right audience, something else I'm figuring out, who would love and appreciate my art so much that they're willing to buy it and support me as an artist. So yes, figuring out my target audience is something I'm honing down on, and there are other areas which I need to rethink and learn, such as branding, product photography, and marketing. There's a lot I need to figure out and learn, and it can be overwhelming for my poor, sensitive, smooth brain. I've been stuck in my head a lot, ruminating about all of this. However, I have started to take itty-bitty steps in the right direction. For instance, the other day I called a friend to help me brainstorm and reflect on who my target audience is. Making small, actionable tasks towards where I want to be and reaching out for help is already making me feel better. This burnout is a reaction from my body and mind that the systems I have in place are not serving me. They're not healthy and they're not sustainable, and things need to change. The future is uncertain, but I will continue to strive to grow and pursue my dreams, whatever it takes. If you like this video, consider supporting me on Patreon. As a patron, you can get monthly stationery. For instance, September's theme is Raven, and you can get 4 cute Raven stickers, a print, a colouring page, and a phone wallpaper. Otherwise, you can help support this channel by hitting that like button, subscribing, and leaving a comment. Or if you think this video could be helpful to other artists and creatives in your lives, please feel free to send it on to them. I hope you're well, and I'll see you next month. Bye.